Hello, YouTube. We got an exclusive today for you. I think we're going to go to an Audible book. I believe it's called Let's see if I can bring it out. I think it's called The Color Purple. I'm going to go ahead and push the button on it and set it back here and let you listen to it. I hope you enjoy it.
Never tell nobody but God. And not never tell nobody.
This is Audible.
Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of The Color Purple by Alice Walker, narrated by the author and directed by Johanna Parker.
Supposed to be love. I'll sell you a piece of that.
This novel opens with the following preface.
Preface. Whatever else The Color Purple has been taken for during the years since its publication, it remains for me the theological work examining the journey from the religious back to the spiritual that I spent much of my adult life prior to writing it seeking to avoid. Having recognized myself as a worshiper of nature by the age of 11, because my spirit resolutely wandered out the window to find trees and wind during Sunday sermons, I saw no reason why, once free, I should bother with religious matters at all. I would have thought that a book that begins, Dear God, would immediately have been identified as a book about the desire to encounter, to hear from, the ultimate ancestor. Perhaps it is a sign of our times that this was infrequently the case. Or perhaps it is the pagan transformation of God from patriarchal male supremacist into trees, stars, wind, and everything else that camouflaged for many readers the book's intent. To explore the difficult path of someone who starts out in life already a spiritual captive, but who, through her own courage and the help of others, breaks free into the realization that she, like nature itself, is a radiant expression of the heretofore perceived as quite distant, divine. If it is true that it is what we run from that chases us, then The Color Purple, this color that is always a surprise but is everywhere in nature, is the book that ran me down while I sat with my back to it in a field. Without the great mysteries word coming from any Sunday sermon or through any human mouth, there I heard and saw it moving in beauty across the grassy hills. No one is exempt from the possibility of a conscious connection to all that is. Not the poor, not the suffering, not the writer sitting in the open field. This is the book in which I was able to express a new spiritual awareness, a rebirth into strong feelings of oneness I realized I had experienced and taken for granted as a child. A chance for me, as well as the main character, Celie, to encounter that which is beyond understanding, but not beyond loving, and to say, I see and hear you clearly, great mystery. Now that I expect to see and hear you everywhere I am, which is the right place.
And now, The Color Purple.
You better not never tell nobody but God. You'll kill your mammy. Dear God, I am 14 years old. I have always been a good girl. Maybe you can give me a sign, let me know what is happening to me. Last spring, after the Lucius come, I heard them fussing. He was pulling on her arm. She say, "It's too soon, Fonzo, I ain't well." Finally, he leave her alone. A week go by, he pulling on her arm again. She said, "No, I ain't gonna. Can't you see I'm already half dead and all these cheering?" She went to see her sister doctor over Macon, left me to see after the others. He never had a kind word to say to me, just say, "You gonna do what your mammy wouldn't." First, he put his thing up against my hip and sort of wiggled it around, Then he grab hold my titties. Then he push his thing inside my pussy. When that hurt, I cry. He started to choke me, saying, "You better shut up and get used to it." But I don't never get used to it. And now I feel sick every time I be the one to cook. My mama, she fuss at me and look at me. She happy 'cause he good to her now, but too sick to last long. Dear God, my mama dead. She died screaming and cussing. She scream at me. She cuss at me. I'm big. I can't move fast enough. By the time I get back from the well, the water be warm. By the time I get the tray ready, the food be cold. By the time I get all the children ready for school, it be dinner time. He don't say nothing. He sat there by the bed, holding her hand and crying, talking about, "Don't leave me, don't go." She asked me about the first one, whose it is. I say, "God's." I don't know no other man or what else to say. When I start to hurt, and then my stomach start moving, and then that little baby come out my pussy chewing on it fist, you could have knocked me over with a feather. Don't nobody come see us. She got sicker and sicker. Finally she asked where it is. I say, God took it. He took it. He took it while I was sleeping. Killed it out there in the woods. Killed this one too, if he can. Dear God, he act like he can't stand me no more. Say I'm evil and always up to no good. He took my other little baby, a boy this time, but I don't think he killed it. I think he sold it to a man and his wife over Monticello. I got breasts full of milk running down myself. He said, "Why don't you look decent? Put on something." But what I'm supposed to put on? I don't have nothing. I keep hoping he finds somebody to marry. I see him looking at my little sister. She's scared. But I say, I'll take care of you, with God's help. Dear God, he come home with a girl from round Gray. She be my age, but they married. He be on her all the time. She walk round like she don't know what hit her. I think she thought she loved him, but he got so many of us, all needing something. All needing something. My little sister Nettie has got a boyfriend in the same shape almost as Pa. His wife died. She was killed by her boyfriend coming home from church. He got only 3 children, though. He seen Nettie in church, and now every Sunday evening, here come Mister. I tell Nettie to keep at her books. It'd be more than a notion. Taking care of children ain't even yourn. And look what happened to Ma. Dear God, he beat me today 'cause he say I winked at a boy in church. I may have got something in my eye, but I didn't wink. I don't even look at men's. That's the truth. I look at women, though, 'cause I'm not scared of them. Maybe 'cause my mama cussed me, you think I kept mad at her, but I ain't. I felt sorry for Mama. Trying to believe his story killed her. Sometime he still be looking at Nettie, but I always get in his light. Now I tell her to marry Mister. I don't tell her why. I say, marry him, Nettie, and try to have 1 good year out your life. After that, I know she be big. But me, never again. A girl at church say you get big if you bleed every month. I don't bleed no more. Dear God, Mister finally come right out and ask for Nettie's hand in marriage. But he won't let her go. He says she too young, no experience. Say Mister got too many children already. Plus, what about the scandal his wife caused when somebody kill her? And what about this stuff he hear about Suge Avery? What about that? I asked our new mammy about Suge Avery. What it is, I asked. She don't know, but she says she gonna find out. She do more than that. She get a picture. The first one of a real person I ever seen. She said Mister was taking something out his billfold to show Pa, and it fell out and slid under the table. Sugar Avery was a woman, the most beautiful woman I ever saw. She more pretty than my mama. She about 10,000 times more prettier than me. I see her there in furs, her face rouge, her hair like something tail. She grinning with her foot up on somebody's motor car. Her eyes serious, though. Sad some. I asked her to give me the picture, and all night long I stare at it. And now when I dream of Sugar Avery. She be dressed to kill, whirling and laughing. Dear God, I asked him to take me instead of Nettie while I knew Mammy's sick. But he just asked me what I'm talking about. I tell him I can fix myself up for him. I duck into my room and come out wearing horsehair, feathers, and a pair of our new Mammy high-heel shoes. He beat me for dressing trampy, but he do it to me anyway. Mister come that evening. I'm in the bed crying. Nettie, she finally see the light of day, clear. I knew Mammy, she see it too. She in her room crying. Nettie tend the first one, then the other. She so scared she go outdoors and vomit. But not out front where the two men's is. Mister say, well, sir, I sure hope you done changed your mind. He say, no, can't say I is. Mister say, well, you know, my poor little one sure could use a mother. Well, he say real slow, I can't let you have Nettie. She too young. Don't know nothing but what you tell her. Besides, I want her to get some more schooling. Make a school teacher out of her. But I can let you have Celie. She the oldest anyway. She ought to marry first. She ain't fresh, though, but I expect you know that. She's spoiled. Twice. But you don't need a fresh woman nohow. I got a fresh one in there myself, and she's sick all the time. He spit over the railing. The children get on her nerve. She not much of a cook, and she big already. Mister, he don't say nothing. I stop crying, I'm so surprised. She ugly, he say, but she ain't no stranger to hard work, and she clean, and God done fixed her. You can do everything just like you want to, and she ain't gonna make you feed it or clothe it. Mister still don't say nothing. I take out the picture of Sugar Avery. I look into her eyes. Her eyes say, yeah, it bees that way sometime. Fact is, he say, I got to get rid of her. She too old to be living here at home, and she a bad influence on my other girls. She'd come with her own linen. She can take that cow she raised down there back of the crib. But Nettie, you flat out can't have. Not now, not never. Mister finally speak, clearing his throat. I ain't never really look at that one, he say. Well, next time you come, you can look at her. She ugly. Don't even look like she kin to Nettie. But she'll make the better wife. Make the better wife. She ain't smart either, and I'll just be fair. You have to watch her, or she'll give away everything you own. But she can work like a man. Mister say, how old she is? He say, she near 20. And another thing, she tell lies. Dear God, it took him the whole spring, from March to June, to make up his mind to take me. All I thought about was Nettie, how she could come to me if I marry him and he be so love-struck with her, I could figure out a way for us to run away. Us both be hitting Nettie's school books pretty hard, 'cause us know we got to be smart to get away. I know I'm not as pretty or as smart as Nettie, but she say I ain't dumb. The way you know who discover America, Nettie say, is think about cucumbers. That what Columbus sound like. I learned all about Columbus in first grade, but looked like he the first thing I forgot. She said Columbus come here in boats called the Nita, the Pita, and the Santa Marita. Indians so nice to him, he forced a bunch of them back home with him to wait on the Queen. But it's hard to think with getting married to Mr. hanging over my head. The first time I got big, Pa took me out of school. He never cared that I love it. Nettie stood there at the gate holding tight to my hand. I was all dressed for first day. You too dumb to keep going to school, Pa say. Nettie the clever one in this bunch. But Pa, Nettie say, crying, Celia's smart too. Even Miss Beasley says so. Nettie dote on Miss Beasley. Think nobody like her in the world. Pa say, whoever listen to anything Addie Beasley have to say? She run off at the mouth so much no man would have her. That how come she have to teach school? He never look up from cleaning his gun. Pretty soon a bunch of white men come walking across the yard. They have guns too. Pa get up and follow him. The rest of the week I vomit and dress wild game. But Nettie never give up. Next thing I know, Miss Beasley at our house trying to talk to Pa. She said long as she been a teacher, she never know nobody want to learn bad as Nettie and me. But when Pa called me out and she see how tight my dress is, she stopped talking and go. Nettie still don't understand. I don't neither. All us notice is I'm all the time sick and fat. I feel bad sometime Nettie done pass me in learning, but look like nothing she say can get in my brain and stay. She tried to tell me something about the ground not being flat. I just say, yeah, like I know it. I never tell her how flat it looked to me. Mister come finally one day looking all drug out. The woman he had helping him done quit. His mammy done said no more. He said, let me see her again. Pa called me. Celie, he said, like it wasn't nothing. Mister want another look at you. I go stand in the door. The sun shine in my eyes. He's still up on his horse. He looked me up and down. Pa rattled his newspaper. Move up, he won't bite, he said. I go closer to the steps, but not too close, 'cause I'm a little scared of his horse. Turn round, Pa say. I turn round. One of my little brothers come up. I think it was Lucius. He fat and playful, all the time munching on something. He said, what you doing that for? Pa said, your sister thinking about marriage. Didn't mean nothing to him. He pulled my dress tail and asked, can he have some blackberry jam out the safe? I said, yeah. She good with cheering, Pa say, rattling his paper open more. Never heard her say a hard word to nary one of them. Just give them everything they ask for is the only problem. Mister say, that cow still coming? He say, her cow. Dear God, I spend my wedding day running from the oldest boy. He 12. His mama died in his arms, and he don't want to hear nothing about no new one. He pick up a rock and laid my head open. The blood run all down between my breasts. His daddy say, don't do that. But that's all he say. He got 4 children instead of 3, 2 boys and 2 girls. The girls' hair ain't been combed since their mammy died. I tell him I'll just have to shave it off, start fresh. He said, bad luck to cut a woman's hair. So after I bandage my head best I can and cook dinner, they have a spring, not a well, and a wood stove look like a truck. I start trying to untangle hair. They only 6 and 8, and they cry, they scream, they accuse me of murder. By 10 o'clock, I'm done. They cry themselves to sleep, but I don't cry. I lay there thinking about Nettie while he on top of me. Wonder if she's safe. And then I think about Suge Avery. I know what he doing to me, he done to Suge Avery. And maybe she like it. I put my arm around him. Dear God, I was in town sitting on the wagon while Mister was in the dry goods store. I seen my baby girl. I knowed it was her. She looked just like me and my daddy, like more us than us is ourself. She be tagging long behind the lady and they be dressed just alike. They pass the wagon and I speak. The lady speak pleasant. My little girl, she look up and sort of frown. She fretting over something. She got my eyes, just like they is today. Like they is today. Like everything I seen, she seen, and she pondering it. I think she mine. My heart says she mine, but I don't know she mine. If she mine, her name Olivia. I embroider Olivia in the seat of all her deities. I embroider a lot of little stars and flowers, too. He took the deities when he took her. She was about 2 months old. Now she's about 6. I climb down from the wagon and I follow Olivia and her new mammy into a store. I watch her run her hand alongside the counter like she ain't interested in nothing. Her ma is buying cloth. She say, "Don't touch nothing." Olivia yawn. "That real pretty," I say, and help her mama drape a piece of cloth close to her face. She smile. "Gonna make me and my girls some new dresses," she say. Her daddy be so proud. "Who her daddy?" I blurt out. It like at last somebody know. She say, "Mister." But that ain't my daddy name. "Mister?" I ask, "Who he?" She look like I asked something none of my business. "The Reverend Mister," she say, then turn her face to the clerk. He say, "Girl, you want that cloth or not? We got other customers size you." She say, "Yes, sir. I want 5 yards, please, sir." He snatched the cloth and thumped down the bolt. He don't measure. When he think he got 5 yard, he tear it off. "That be $1.30, he say. "You need thread?" She said, "No, sir." He say, "You can't sew without thread." He pick up a spool and hold it against the cloth. "That look like it about the right color, don't you think?" She say, "Yes, sir." He start to whistle. Take $2. Give her a quarter back. He look at me. "You want something, gal?" I said, "No, sir." I trail along behind them on the street. I don't have nothing to offer, and I feels poor. She look up and down the street. He ain't here, he ain't here." She say like she gonna cry. "Who ain't?" I asked. "The Reverend Mister," she say. "He took the wagon." "My husband wagon right here," I say. She climb up. "I thank you kindly," she say. Us sit looking at all the folks that come to town. I never seen so many even at church. Some be dressed too. Some don't hit on much. Just get all up the lady's dress. She asked me, "Who is my husband?" Now I know all about hers. She laugh a little. I say, "Mister." She says, "Sure enough." Like she know all about him, just didn't know he was married. "He a fine-looking man," she say. "Not a finer-looking one in the county. White or black," she say. "He do look all right," I say. But I don't think about it while I say it. Most times, men's look pretty much alike to me. "How long you had your little girl?" I ask. "Oh, she be 7, her next birthday." "When that?" I asked. She think back. Then she said, "December." I think, "November." I say, real easy, "What you call her?" She said, "Oh, we calls her Pauline." My heart knock. Then she frowned, "But I calls her Olivia." "Why you call her Olivia if it ain't her name?" I asked. "Well, just look at her," she say, sort of impish. turning to look at the child. Don't she look like a Olivia to you? Look at her eyes, for God's sake. Somebody old would have eyes like that, so I call her Olivia. She chuckled. No, Olivia, she say, patting the child's hair. Well, here come the Reverend Mister, she say. I see a wagon and a great big man in black holding a whip. We sure do thank you for your hospitality. She laughed again, looking at the horses, flicking flies off their rump. Hospitality, she say, and I get it and laugh. It feel like to split my face. Mister come out the store, climb up in the wagon, sit down, say real slow, what you sitting here laughing like a fool for? Dear God, Nettie here with us. She run away from home. She says she hate to leave our stepma, but she had to get out. Maybe find help for the other little ones. The boys be all right, she say. They can stay out his way. When they get big, they gonna fight him. Maybe kill, I say. How is it with you and Mister, she asked. But she got eyes. He's still like her. In the evening, he come out on the porch in his Sunday best. She be sitting there with me, shelling peas or helping the children with their spelling, helping me with spelling and everything else she think I need to know. No matter what happened, Nettie steady try to teach me what go on in the world. And she a good teacher, too. It nearly killed me to think she might marry somebody like Mister or wind up in some white lady kitchen. All day she read, she study, she practice her handwriting, and try to get us to think. But most days I feel too tired to think. But Patient, her middle name. Mr. Children all bright, but they mean. They say, Celie, I want this. Celie, I want that. Our mama let us have it. He don't say nothing. They try to get his attention. He hide behind a puff of smoke. Don't let them run over you, Nettie say. You got to let them know who got the upper hand. They got it, I say. But she keep on. You got to fight. You got to fight. You got to fight. But I don't know how to fight. All I know how to do is stay alive. That's a real pretty dress you got on, he said to Nettie. She said, thank you. Them shoes look just right. She said, thank you. Your hair, your skin, your teeth. Every day it's something else to make my ration over. First she smiled a little, then she frowned, then she don't look no special way at all. She just stick close to me. She tell me, your skin, your hair, your teeth. He tried to give her a compliment. She passed it on to me. After a while, I get to feeling pretty cute. Soon he stopped. He say one night in bed, well, us done help Nettie all we can. Now she got to go.
There you got more than a sample of Color Purple. You know where it goes. That's the sample today. If you want more of it, you have to go to Audible and buy it there. I don't believe Audible wants me to play this all for you, so you won't buy it. There's some other books that I put on here that you'll have to go to Audible to get. And they're pretty reasonable. I've used them for a while. And we got more, but for today, that was the Color Purple. And tomorrow we might have another book that we brought on. We were about 30 minutes. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, subscribe, share, and like. But for today, that's it. The Color Purple by Larry Eugene Nielsen Jr. channel. We don't necessarily believe that belief of those beliefs that are on there, but we will